Thanks everyone for being here today. I'm County Executive Joe Parisi, and this is Charles Tubbs, the Director of Dane County Emergency Management. And we're here today to announce the opening of Dane County's brand new Emergency Operations Center and Emergency Management Office Building. We purchased this building, which used to house the Fitchburg Fire Station, in 2020. And since then, we've designed and remodeled the building to operate as a state-of-the-art Emergency Operations Center. We've made this $7.5 million investment in the long-term safety of our fast-growing community because watching out for the well-being of our residents is our top priority. The new Dane County EOC is a dedicated facility that is always ready for operation. It can sit over 40 people, has increased Wi-Fi and cell capacity, permanent video conferencing capabilities, multiple large screen monitors, as you see in this room, radio communications, and an audio system. In the old emergency management office, which some of you have visited in the past, the ops room had to be set up when an emergency would occur. And the office was split between more than one location, both internally and literally two different buildings in two different parts of the county. With this new custom designed facility, everything is set and ready to go and under one roof. This will allow for faster response, greater coordination, and increased capacity. As we've seen during past emergency events, it's important to have space and capacity necessary to coordinate regional response, as well as an efficient support network for local first responders and our EOC team. In just the past decade, we've experienced just about every type of emergency imaginable, from tornadoes to floods to blizzards, and of course, a pandemic. Director Tubbs and his team are always monitoring, responding, and preparing for any emergency situation and ready to coordinate community-wide responses. The new Operations Center will give our emergency management team the tools they need at their disposal to best protect our community during its times of need. I want to thank Director Tubbs and his staff for their vigilance and hard work, as well as their hand in designing this new facility for optimum performance. So thank you again for being here. I'm going to turn it over to Director Tubbs, and then we'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, and thank you again for coming. On behalf of Dane County Emergency Management staff, we would like to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to County Executive Joe Parisi and the Dane County Board of Supervisors and the citizens of Dane County for standing behind us, supporting us throughout the years, and providing us with this beautiful, beautiful facility. We are committed as professionals to hold the entire community in the highest regards, provide the best safety net, protecting lives, property, and the environment. I'm extremely proud of the Dane County Emergency Management staff, our EOC partners for their leadership, commitment, and serving all people throughout this county. When we learn of situations, we are extremely proactive. We begin planning and preparations for the event in advance prior to the potential date of disaster, whether it's severe weather, civil unrest, or other emergencies. I also want to thank the Dane County Emergency Management staff, family members, and loved ones, as well as our entire community for their support. We could not serve without their support. While our loved ones work long hours, and difficult hours and days and nights, we must have and give praise to our wonderful families and friends who are home taking care of the home front and providing while their loved ones can provide the services that we need. As the county executive said, fast, immediate operations. We will not have to come in and set up tables, set up phones. We will be able to come in and operate the emergency. And when minutes counts, this is very, very, very important. The Department of Emergency Management has come a long way since the 9/11 terror attacks in our country. Originally, the department was assigned to handle grants, equipment, and other areas of that. Now we're involved in every aspect of emergencies, prevention, mitigation, recovery, response and preparedness, not only in Dane County, but throughout the country. As you remember, the Department of Emergency Management used to be on the second floor of the Public Safety Building since it's opened in 1994. Previous to that, it was in the basement of the City County Building. We have added in this facility our new mobile command vehicle, four new sandbaggers, several trailers to aid mass casualty response, a UTV to support off-road emergencies, and high clearance vehicles to aid the delivery of equipment to emergency responders. This equipment has been stored in many locations throughout the county, and now we have it all under one roof, and we're very appreciative. This allows our staff to come in and do the job that they need to do and be able to respond to the citizens and to our emergency responders throughout the county. And again, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone who's here today, and I do want to call out a few people, if you don't mind. One would be Dave Janda. Dave Janda, can you wave? I can't see it, Dave. Okay. Dave Janda is a retired employee, former deputy director for the Dane County Emergency Management, who I assigned immediately to take on this project once we learned we were the owners of the building. And Dave did an outstanding job of getting this situation moving, doing the necessary work, the hard work, to help turn it in what it is today. He then reached out and linked on to Rick Lang, who became very instrumental when Dave retired. And then Rick linked on to Eric Anderson and Denise Kelly and Carrie Meyer, and they all carried on responsibilities to make this the beautiful place it is today. And I would be remiss if I didn't call out Scott Carlson, who's had to put up with me. Where are you at, Scott? There you are. Who's had to put up with me and put up with others to make sure that the building was intact and ready to go. Not only Scott, but also Todd Draper. They have done a wonderful job in making sure we are where we are today. We're not completely finished and moved in yet, but we're getting there, but we are operational, and we never missed a beat moving from point A to point B. So I can talk for the rest of the afternoon, but I can feel the county executive pulling on the back of my coat, telling me I've said enough. So I'm going to step away, and if you have any really hard, tough questions, direct them to the county executive, and I will take anything that's light. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Charles. We appreciate it very much. And again, this building in and of itself is a vast improvement and will help our capabilities a great deal. But really, what makes our emergency response system is the people and the many layers of people, both our emergency response team, our first responders, the many municipalities, the men and women who are out on the streets during emergencies. And one of the things during my time as county executive that has been so clear to me and given me such a feeling of comfort, for lack of a better word, is when I see the cooperation between jurisdictions and individuals and teams during times when we've had emergencies, everything from weather emergencies to flooding to the explosion in some prairie, and you name it, on and on and on. I hope one thing people can take from this is the knowledge that although we don't see it every day in our everyday's lives, and certainly, people who are going about their business and going to work and spending time with their families don't necessarily see this vast depth of personnel that are available that work together to keep our communities safe, both during times when there's not an emergency, when they're in the preparation and readiness stage, but that when an emergency does happen, this community comes together and the first responders are well coordinated and folks are well watched out for. So again, while this building is a very special building and important to us, what I'm really grateful for is the people who put their lives on the line and they're for day to day and certainly in acute situations to keep our community safe.
Okay, you ready?
1, 2, 3. All right.